Dear God, thank you. Thank you for who you are, Lord. Thank you for um, grace and mercy over my life, over my family's life, over the viewers. Lord, thank you for favor over our life. I'm asking, Lord, that you let me reach the people that I'm supposed to reach. I'm asking that you move me out the way, Lord, and you speak for me. Um, I'm asking that you let me come from a place of genuinity. Lord, I'm asking that you give me what to say. In your name, Jesus, amen. Hi, all. My name is Jolly. If you're new here, welcome back. If you're not, and let's get to chatting. I have my laptop out again because I made some more notes to talk to y'all about. Um, yeah, so let's get started. Y'all already know the topic of my videos these days have been. I'm just in a series of talking about 10 things that you should have known in your 20s that still work or that still applies to your life in your 30s. Okay. And these are just my experiences and my opinions. So yeah, I just thought I'd share. Yeah, so let's get started. Stop caring what people think. Um, People are gonna have something to say about you, whether you're doing good or whether you're doing bad. So you might as well do what you want to do. Everybody get one life to live. Live your life just like you want to live it. Um, and yeah, in the most respectful way. Number 2 on my list is brush your teeth, brush and floss your teeth at least once a day. Okay, I know a lot of companies have got more convenient with the floss sticks and the little flossers that you can, the little tiny brush flossers. Use traditional floss and really take care of your teeth. As an adult with dental issues, it's just not, it's scary, it's painful, it's expensive, it's time consuming. And like who can afford to have a cavity, or who could afford to need to get a root canal at our big grown age? You know what I mean? Um, no shade to the people that have dental issues. I mean, it's life and it happened, but if you can prevent it, try to just floss your teeth, floss them, brush them, use your mouthwash. That have all the important stuff for your enamel. Dental work is just expensive, and if you can prevent some of that, I think that you do. I think teeth health is everything at our big grown age. You know what I mean? Who don't want to have a beautiful smile, a beautiful white healthy teeth? You know what I mean? So here's that. Number 3 is take care of your hair, especially your edges. Okay, especially those. When your braids get old, just at least get your edges redone. I think that, I don't know, the new, like I was when I was born, right in the 90s. I just don't remember having edge issues with different braids, but I don't know if it's the technique or what the case may be. But the edges, they be the first to go. They be the first to go. So make sure you're taking care of your edges, even if using edge control and stuff like I do. You have to wash that out, babe. A couple days a week, wash that out, condition it, treat it like real hair, because it is, right? And then especially if you have if you get like lace fronts or sew ins with closures, whatever the case may be, you have to take care of that hair underneath. I think hair health is very important as well. um Because a lot of times, a lot of us girls, I mean, I know for me, I do a lot of protective styles anyway, but I do want my my personal hair, my under hair to be well taken care of. Now I wouldn't put no color and stuff in it, knowing that I don't really wear it out as much, but I do take care of it. I do wash it, I do trim it, I get protein treatments. So yeah, there's that. Number 4 on the list is stop being so hard on yourself. You gotta learn to forgive yourself. You have to learn to be patient with yourself. Give yourself understanding. This is your first time doing life, babe. This is your first time doing life. You know, I feel like just be patient with yourself. Ask yourself to forgive you, be gentle, love yourself, and be kind. Don't keep on making the same mistakes over and over and over. You know what I mean? But you gotta be gentle with yourself, and you gotta be kind to yourself. I think at our big grown age, I think it's important that we develop a workout routine, and we have to learn to love it so that we can keep on doing it. Don't do nothing that's too strenuous that you're gonna get sore from, and now you traumatized, and now you don't want to go back to the gym. You got to do something that works for you, because as we get older, our metabolism only slow down. You know what I mean? And you don't want to be unhealthy. You don't want to start having physical issues or internal issues. You know, like knee problems or ankle problems, any of that. You know, when you get heavy, your body not used to carrying that weight, so your body start acting funny with you. You know what I mean? And then, you know, internally you may have hypertension or high cholesterol, whatever the case may be. Now, some of the stuff is hereditary and you can't bypass those things. But the stuff that you can control, I think it's very important for you to develop a workout routine and learn to love it. Sorry, I got them not out of order, but the numbering is off. But anyway, number 5, let me put a number here so that we won't have to keep on having this issue. I think you're number 6. Wow. Okay. Number 6, number 7. Okay. I think that you should, or I think that was what would have been helpful for me in my 20s, and I did have access to these things, but for the purpose of the video, what would have been beneficial for me to know in my 20s, that still works in my 30s, is to get a high yield savings account, get a high yield savings plan. You need to enroll in a Roth IRA, a CD account. You need to invest your money, buy some stock. You need to do something that is going to like produce a second income, or you need to do something, start a business. You know, if you into social media world and you want to do TikToks and get paid and get monetized from that, or make YouTube videos, sort of like I'm doing, I think that that's very important. You know, like what we went through the last couple years, the last few years, how we went through that big old pandemic and some people couldn't work. I think that it's very beneficial for you to know that you gotta have a second income. Even if you married or you got a partner and y'all have 2 incomes in the house, I think it's very beneficial for you, both of y'all, to have secondary incomes. I think one is not enough. And even if you are making a lot of money in your primary role, I think it's still beneficial. I think that you can't out invest. I don't think you can have enough investment options, or just set yourself up for the future. You know, if you don't have kids like me, and I want some in the future, those are my plans, to be able to help care for my family, to have those second income in whatever route that I go. Right. And then you must know that when you do start a business, or when you do start new hobbies and dreams, that I heard this really great TikToker say recently, that it's 3 phases that the business or that plan, that new idea that you have, is 3 phases that are to go through. And the first phase is you got to plan it, right? So you start the business, So that's planting your idea, and then you nurture it. And I think, sorry, yeah, I hear some moving in the background. That's my choo choo. Hi, Chewy. Um, anyway, and the second one, I mean, you must nurture your investment. You must nurture your new business avenue, your new idea. You got to nurture it, right? And you got to be gentle with it and kind, and you got to cradle it, and critique it, and you know, accept some good feedback from some good loving people, and then you got to harvest it. You got to be patient. You got to let it grow. You can't rush it. You can't get discouraged. It's going to take time, just like a plant. When you plant a flower, right, you got to plant the seed, right? After you plant the seed, you got to nurture it by watering it. Talk to it, love it, and be intentional about it, right? And then you'll see the harvest growing. I think those are very important phases that you should know moving forward. When you know better, do better. Okay? Don't be stuck in your ways. Be open to try new things. Like I recently saw on TikTok that chicken was making everybody sick, or making, women sick. And the lady was saying how she was having knee pain, she was having hip pain, and it's just causing a lot of inflammation. And so now I'm on a chickenless journey for the next month to see if it's gonna make a difference in my body. So yeah, when you know better, do better. Be open. Like, what do you have in this life to lose from cutting chicken out your diet for 1 month? You know what I mean? See if it make a difference, and it may make a difference for you. Number 8 on my list to jump back on topic. Keep your mornings to yourself. Get good sleep. If you're a tea drinker, wake up in the morning early and have your tea. Or if you're a coffee drinker, wake up to have that time for you. You know what I mean? When I was going into the office, I would get to work early so that I could debrief. I can get into work, I can get settled in, I can check my emails, and I can drink my coffee, just so that when other people come in, I can be in a better mood, right? I can be in a mood to deal with people. I'm a morning person, and I love people, but I still think that having the mornings to myself made a big difference in that, right? And I think it's very important for you to get good sleep. Get a good amount of sleep so that you can have a good attitude. You can think productive. You can have a productive day. You can just effectively, if you work, like I said, if you're working in the office, you can effectively give yourself to society for those 8 hours, right? Without having an attitude. I mean, attitudes and stuff gonna happen because work get difficult, and everybody's personality, sometimes people personality clash. But I think for you, what you can do for yourself is get the mornings to yourself. Or if you're a night shift, if you work overnight, get to work a little bit early, and get settled. Before y'all shift start. Make sure you're getting that sleep. You need that for you, okay? Number 9, make a vision board, right? I got a vision board now, and really see your goals through. Make them happen. I think when you make a vision board and you see your goals every day, I think that psychologically, I think that they help them come true. You can see them every day. You see that you're working towards them every day, and I think that that help them come true. In a good space. What number is this? Number 10. Number 10 on my list is to do monthly check-ins on people that you love, right? I know everybody is so this new generation that we live in is so keen on matching energy. They ain't call me, so I'm not calling them. Be better. If you know that you in a great space mentally, physically, financially, emotionally, reach out. Reach out. Reach out. Reach out. I'm not saying that, you know, you you gotta do something that you're not capable of doing. If you're capable, reach out. Reach out to the people that you love. Reach out to old colleagues to keep a relationship. You don't know where life gonna take you. You don't know what opportunity you may come across and need them or whatever the case may be. But I think it's very important for you to check in because some people are just not doing good these days. You know what I mean? I think it's very important for you to do a monthly check-in, or even if um, whatever works for you, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or every other month, whatever works for you. I think it's very important for you to do that. Number 11 on the list is be coachable. Be coachable. I think it's very important for you to have I say humble, but I know a lot of people around me think that it's humble. Anyway, whatever the case may be, if you're from Texas, if you're from Houston, we say humble. We don't say humble. Anyway, whatever the case may be. Be coachable. Be coachable. You don't know everything. Nobody wants to be around a person that thinks that they know everything. It's okay for you to take some constructive criticism. It's okay for somebody to tell you something you already know. Just stay quiet and say thank you. You know what I mean? You don't know where life gonna take you. You don't know. You just don't know. And I think it's very important for you to be coachable. It takes you high it takes you high in the workplace. It takes you high in your life. I think that to have that spirit is a great thing. You ain't gotta act dumb or be dumb, of course. You know what I mean? But be coachable. Let somebody be able to tell you something sometime. You know what I mean? Okay. Number 12, I think it's very important for you to go to therapy. At my church right now, we are in a series called Triumph Over Trauma. And it is so good. It's so good. The trauma that you don't think that you've had in your life, dig a little deeper and you're going to find that was actually a traumatic situation for you. And it kind of affects your adulthood. You know what I mean? If you don't get these things taken care of in an early enough time. And I think trauma is, I know, some girls I talk to, or girls may feel like, oh, I can't keep a man, or men feel like, oh, she just get on my nerves or whatever. Dig deeper. It may be deeper than that. You may be dealing with some childhood trauma that you didn't get taken care of, and that's why you react in that way, and that's why you can't keep a significant other, or that's why she always get on your nerves, because you didn't realize that that's something that your mom done or your father done to you that's triggering for you, and you haven't talked to her about it, so she don't know and she keep doing it. Whatever the case may be, I think that it's very important for you to go to therapy. And I believe in God with my whole entire heart, and I still feel like therapy was effective for me. It is effective for me, and I would encourage everybody that has not done therapy, at least tried it. I think that it could change your life. Sometimes you may have to go through 1 or 2 therapists, 3 therapists before you find your one, but find your one. It's got to be somebody that you can confide into, right? You may not have a lot of friends. It may just be you and your significant other, but you can't talk to them and tell them everything. You pray and you have community at your church and different things like that. But I think it's very important to also have a therapist, even if you do it virtual or in person, whatever the case may be. I think that's very beneficial. I know I normally do a list of 10 that you should know in your 20s that you can still benefit from in your 30s. But I think today I want to go to 20. I'm in a good mood. I got a lot of information to share, and I think I can go to 20 today. And if you're still here, if you stuck through this far, I appreciate you, girl, guy, And I love y'all so much. Yeah, so number 13 is work to live, don't live to work. It's very important for you to have a good work-life balance. It's not fair for the company to work you to death. It's not fair for you to not be able to take your vacations with your PTO or whatever the case may be. But I think it's very important for you to understand that concept at an early age so that don't affect you in the long run. Because then you may start resenting your company for working you so much. But you have to set boundaries. Remember that last video, the one before this one, where I talked about setting boundaries and making yourself a priority? This is where that come in at. Excuse me, I'm sorry. That's where that come in at. I think that you must work to live and don't live to work in any aspect. Whether it be volunteer opportunities, actual work, your family, whatever the case may be. I think that's very important. I think it's also number 14 on my list is to develop soft skills. Whether you're a woman or a man watching this, soft skills are really important to have in this life, in corporate America, in any role that you do. So number 14 was develop soft skills. Develop soft skills, hold on to good people, respect their boundaries, check on them, love them, be loyal to them, be honest to them. And I think because it's so hard to find good, genuine people, you know what I mean, to have in your circle. So when you do, put in some effort. We love effort. I love giving effort. I love to see effort being given. So yeah, develop soft skills in that aspect. Hold on to good people. Apologize. Show chivalry. Tell them you love them. Hug them. Gift them sometime if it ain't got to be no huge gift, a Starbucks gift card, or do a call or offer an act of service. You know what I mean? Whatever you have to do. I think it's very important for you to keep good people around. Okay. Number 15 on my list is to be a good listener. It's very important for you to be a good listener. Be quiet. Like, everybody want to be heard. Everybody want to be heard. Just like you want to say something to the person you conversing with, give them that same respect that they giving you, and be quiet. If you having a phone call and you can control yourself and you must talk, mute yourself. Give the person the flow. Give them the floor to be able to express to you how they feel or what you saying to respond. Maybe they're responding to what you said. Give them the flow. Give them at least that. In relationships, it's very important to be a good listener. If I can't talk to you as my partner and you listen to me for real, and I can't feel heard with you, how will we be able to connect any further than that? You know what I mean? People gonna tell you how they want to be treated. And instructions to the task is in what they're saying. So if you just be quiet and you pay attention, you don't even have to ask a lot of questions. I think so many people ask so many questions because they don't actively listen. Like, actively listen. Forget everything else you got going on. Just give them that. Give them a few minutes of your time. Now, okay, some people overdo it and they do too much and they talk too much and they never let you get a turn in. And I get that, but I think as a woman, as a young, beautiful girl, or a young, handsome man that you are, be more classier than that. And you be quiet. You take your time. You do what you got to do for you. Number 16 is grow more spiritually. Go to church, get in a life group. You know what I mean? Read your Bible. Go to Bible study. A lot of times on social media, the preachers got podcasts and different stuff like that. But grow your faith and do it for yourself. I know we can go to church and we can hear the pastor talk, but do your own research. Do your own research. I think it's very important for you to know that and for you to do that. Anybody can tell you anything if you allow them. I think that you always need to bag it up with your own research. So 16 was grow more spiritually. 17 is celebrate big moments. And if you got the means, celebrate the small ones too. If you've accomplished a task on your to-do list that's been taking you forever to do it, celebrate yourself. To each his own for each person. But celebrate yourself, when you've hit milestones or you've seen growth. Celebrate those moments, celebrate those times. Number 18 is join a club. Join a sports club, join a book club, a cooking club, a drink mixing club, whatever the case may be. Join a club. I think that you will begin to enjoy the quality of your life when you have that escape, when you do something that you enjoy doing. I'm in a volleyball club, and we play a couple nights out the week, or in a volleyball league. We play a couple nights out the week, and then sometime on Monday nights, I will go and play basketball. I used to play basketball, so I'll go and have nostalgia playing that. I'm in a book club. At my local library, there's a lot of different clubs that you can get into. I was on a waiting list for one. It was a knitting club. They have knitting clubs to help you start your podcast, or even if you want to go there and record a podcast, there's a room for that. There's a cooking club. There's just any club you can think of. If you want to do Pilates, join a Pilates class club, a running club, a bike riding club. It's just so many different clubs that you don't even know about until you have that extra time to join, and then it'll be doing something for you. It makes you happy, and it gives you a sense of wanting to show up. Okay, number 19 on my list is to ask for help, allow help, and pay for help if you can. Right? I think it's very important that you understand that you're only one person and you can't do it all. And I think that if you could ask for help to do the small things, the big things that you need to focus on, you'd have the mental capacity to focus on those if you get help with the small things, and allow people to help you. I think one of the biggest roles, or one of the biggest things that I struggled with in my supervisor role was to delegate tasks, because I wanted it done a certain way, and I didn't want to let people help because I'm like, they're not gonna do it like I want them to do it. That old saying, good help is hard to find. If you want to do it, if you want something done, you got to do it yourself. No, ma'am. At this big grown age that I am, no, ma'am. If I can pay for help, I will. Even when you move, to save yourself some time and some just whatever the case may be, pay for the help if you have to, right? I wouldn't be stressed out about that, especially if you can afford to do that. And then number 20, last but not least, certainly not least, I think that you must step in a place to where you are you learn to let go, and you stepped in the place of allowance, right? I think it's very important for you to let life. Let God do God things. Let it go. I think when you learn that aspect in your life, You will never be the same. You will never be the same. Your anxiety levels, they'll go down or go away. Um, you could just be more softer and just be in a place, just be in a place of acceptance. Whatever is will be. Whatever's gonna be. I'm sorry. What am I saying? Whatever's gonna be will be. You get it. You get my drift. I hope you do. I hope this making sense to somebody. I hope that. I hope you get it. And all that I do, um, I will serve God. I will keep God first in my life. Um, I pray that God never let me forget whose I am, who I'm doing it for. To the end of this video, those who made it to the end, thank you for watching. I really appreciate your time and your attention to just listening to me talk about some things that I love. I think one of my passions, one of my purposes in life is to, well, one of my purposes in life is to make disciples, right? To bring people to Christ. But I think on a personal level, I think one of my purposes in life is to mentor to young girls and young guys if you're listening. So with that being said, I really appreciate your time and attention. Like like this video if you enjoyed my content. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like these, and leave a comment if you want to say hi. Thank you so much for your support, for your love, for your patience. Until next time.